guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and we have the celebration details for Global Dokkan for Videl's celebration. It is pretty bare bones, honestly. Doesn't really look too crazy here. Honestly, I was sort of expecting this. If you guys remember last year, right? There was a huge expectation of, remember, LR, Kale, and Khalifa, or excuse me, not LR, but the Kale and Khalifa EZA, which, just ended up being lost in the shuffle for months and months and months and months. And then clearly, I would say we have what seems to be sort of a, I don't want to say similar, but a lot of this Videl celebration has already sort of been pimped out on Global and released earlier in the year. So this is just very, very bare bones. Not a lot really to hold over Global players until the Worldwide Download Celebration. Now, the good news, right, is that the Worldwide Download Celebration, I mean, we're going to start getting some preliminary details next week, right? And it's like, we'll find out what the theme is for sure. As of this moment, I'm leaning towards Android/Cell Saga being the theme of Worldwide, but, I still would not be shocked if it's Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Omega, maybe like Namek, Goku, and Frieza, Goku and Vegeta from the Saiyan Saga. I really do think there's many different routes they could take it. There's a pretty good theory going on right now about Battle of Gods, which I think I'm probably going to do a video on, because, I mean, that does make a little bit of sense. It's an interesting coincidence for sure. Alright, so let's go and take a look at the celebration details. Dio Gores posted this here on the Reddit, so we can go ahead and take a look at it here. I'm gonna probably do one summon video for Videl, but my global account is just, it's taken forever to download. Because it's the first time I'm using it on my new phone, and it's just taking forever. So it's like, I'll just do the celebration details. And I'll do the should you summon and stuff like that in a second once my global account is actually fully loaded. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at all the details for the celebration, right? So we got our, summer sprint campaign with launch and Bulma right there. Login, missions, stone sales, typical stuff. Stone sales, of course, are very poor. Actually, I think there's two extra, stone sales in here. Isn't it typically 3 and then 1? So there is actually 2 extra discounted packs, which is pretty good. Then we, of course, have the Videl Dokkan banner, which, of course, is unchanged from JP, right? It's exactly the same banner, which I expected. I was not really too surprised by the fact that the banner is exactly the same, right? We could see some really good stuff like GT, Dokkan Fest, Goku, and Vegeta return during Worldwide, right? Now, the thing about this Videl banner, though, there is the 3 discounted multis, which is what is it? Is it 25, 35, and 45 stones or something like that? And then the third multi is a guaranteed featured unit. Honestly, I feel like doing the first 3 multis is good for pretty much all global players. A guaranteed featured unit on that third multi, and it's, discounted stones as well, is pretty valuable, I would say. Again, I go through the same spiel every time, but if you're playing Global Dokkan, you really should take advantage of sort of like these types of things that Global gets that JP does not, right? Because remember, JP Dokkan, there's pros and cons to each version, right? Whereas JP gets, more of the hype stuff. And so, oh, it's brand new Super Vegeta, he's so good, we're so hype, right? Whereas, Global knows it's coming, but then Global typically gets much better discounts and banners and summons and stuff like that, right? So you probably should take advantage of at least those first 3 multis on the Videl banner. I do think summoning on those is a good idea. Even with Worldwide coming up, taking advantage of global exclusive discounts, I think is a very smart thing to do, for sure, right? And the guaranteed featured would be good, just as long as you don't end up with, these 3 are just not really that great. The first 4 are pretty solid, though. Videl, Goten, Bojack, Gohan, all of them are good, right? Videl, of course, insanely good. Tech Ultimate Gohan's still super valuable and stuff like that. The Defender of Justice category banner, obviously you skip those banners. Elder Kai banner. Alright, so we have the Legendary Challenge campaign for Boo and Babidi. I really would plead with all sort of players to get all these free-to-play units and stuff like that done, right? Because these LR EZAs, the EZA areas, typically are just like insanely good, right? Like LR Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, B Pan, LR Roshi, Prime Battle Frieza. These LR EZAs are ridiculous, right? And they want you to have all of these free-to-play units grinded up and stuff like that. So, rather than sit there and complain that there's no content, maybe farm up the free-to-play characters they give us, which then lead to the free-to-play LRs being, honestly top-tier, unit, like, worthy of discussion, right? So make sure to get LR, Bobbity, and Boo, Rainbow, get them finished up, get all that stuff done, right, for Bobbity and Boo. They definitely are worth it, and of course the rewards for Legendary campaigns are always quite decent, which is good. Okay, so then moving on, what else we got right here? So we have the Videl Dokkan events. We also have the, new stages added to the story event. Along with that does come... Where is it here? Let me pull this up. The new support memory. This support memory is actually kind of solid. Videl's Secret Feelings right here, which gives Buu Saga category allies 2 ki for 2 turns from the start of battle. Definitely can be pretty solid, in, like, Majin Buu Saga Extreme Super Battle Road. Although, this definitely happened at some point. I really should make a tweet about it, asking people or whatever. But, right, like, support memories, they used to activate... So you go into Super Battle Road and it would activate every single fight. Now the support memory activates the first fight and then you don't get it again, which is like a huge nerf for these. Because this was good, right? Because like especially Videl will struggle for ki. It's very important to get like LR Buhan, his 18 ki super attack, so he gets that defensive stack, stuff like that. So it's like having like a support memory, for Videl to get ki is just very, very good right there. I do actually like this a lot. One thing I really like about support memories is how the effects are just so much different for all of them, right? Like, they're doing a good job of actually making a lot of these different rather than just exactly the same, which I think is really good. All right, so we have the EZA area as well. This is the Buu Saga. Wait, did I scroll by it? Or I think the screenshots are just in. Okay. Well, here, Battlefield. Real quick, a lot of people are asking, like, oh, is Omega Shenron coming up? It's like, dude, Omega Shenron's not coming on Global for like 5 or 6 months or something like that. Like, Omega ain't coming anytime soon, unfortunately. This is just one of the side effects of Global being, months and months behind, right? Let me just quickly pull up, I think... Okay, I want to pull up Bobbity, and then let me pull up the LR Shadow Dragon Army. Let me just pull up these 2 units, right? So if we pull up them, and then let me get the Bobbity and Deborah, because the new LR comes out with the new fights, right? Like, Bobbity and Deborah came out when Golden Frieza came out, right? So they came out May 4th of 2020, and then January 4th is when Global got it. The LR Shadow Dragon Army, May 3rd. So... this is like, you could expect Omega Shenron and the LR Shadow Dragon Army LR to come in January on Global Dokkan, unfortunately, right? It's going to be a while, right? Because Global only just got, Golden Frieza and Bobbity and Deborah, right? So it's still going to be, 5 months or so until the LR Shadow Dragons, come to Global Dokkan. Okay, here, let me circle back around and let me talk about this EZA area real fast. So the EZA area, this is definitely important to get done. I think these characters are pretty solid, and they definitely will be used for an LR, EZA at some point. Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, as well as Yamo and Spopovich. The funny thing about Yamo and Spopovich is they are actually the best World Tournament category leader in the game as of right now. This EZA area is pretty easy to get done. If you've got Thousand Day Goku, if you have Bobbity and Deborah, if you've got the physical Deborah down here, you've got a lot of characters that lead the category. This is a very easy one. The thing about these EZA areas is maybe sometimes they start out a tad annoying, but like once you start doing some of the stages or like more characters come out, these become like, this is a joke. This is not difficult whatsoever, so definitely get that done. Stamina is halved on Global Dokkan. Now, the thing about stamina being halved on Global Dokkan for the quest stages, apparently it does not affect your chances to link level. Apparently those are still exactly the same. They're sort of untouched. So that is good. New Patan battles coming up. But I think it's just going to be the same sort of set of characters right there. And then just a bunch of like sort of like random story events that I don't think really have anything to do with like, any hints at anything coming or anything like that, right? So there we go. There is the Videl celebration. Again, very, very minimal. If we go look at the JP celebration, the reason it's so minimal is because, you know, again, the April Fool's Day stuff was in here. This is all already out on global, right? All this stuff, like these guys are all already out on global, right? And then Tapion ZZ came out in June on global, right? World Tournament, whatever. And then, you know, Legendary Summon for LR Tapion, you know, EZA Tapion, you know, the Kid Trunks, all this stuff came, you know, back in June for Global Dokkan. So, you know, that's kind of the thing there. This celebration was sort of pimped and, you know, it was split off a while and they didn't really add anything in here to sort of fill in the gap. So, I mean, hey, honestly, I feel like this is another feather in my cap, more ammo that I think the games should just be aligned. I think the time has come. You know, let's get the games caught up. Not that hard. Let me know what you guys think of the Videl celebration. Again, pretty quiet on Global Dokkan, but we're about to get massive hype very, very soon. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.